If you would have told me 3 years ago that Jake Paul would be getting into the ring with one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, I would have said you're crazy. Well, that just may become reality. Just announced late November this year, 2025, Jake Paul will be taking on Tank Davis in an exhibition fight on Netflix, free for their 300 million subscribers. I have two takes on that. Number one, it is good for the people who are casual fans, not good for boxing. You cannot have a 195-pound, 200-pound Jake Paul against a guy who weighs about 140. It's 5'5". Jake Paul's 6'1". Now the thoughts are, well, he's a professional fighter, world champion. He should be okay. Maybe. But he's got a lot of stuff going on outside. A lot of stuff going on outside the ring, which is the reason why I think he took this fight as an exhibition. Secondly, the rules are going to be changed here. There's no possible way. Firstly, they would fight it. Would they fight with 10-ounce gloves, or they're going to fight with 8-ounce gloves? Obviously, they're going to fight with bigger gloves because they're two different gloves. One usually fights it with 8s. One usually fights with 10s. Over the 160 mark, they're fighting with 10s. I don't know how that's going to work. So now they're going to change the gloves. So the rules are going to be changed. And are they going to wear headgear? Are they not going to wear headgear? There's so many different ways to look at this, but I look at it in the way of a boxing purist. This hurts boxing in the long run. In the short run, if you want to do an exhibition like UFC did with Randy Couture and James Toney at one point, maybe here and there, it's fine. But when you have people legitimately looking to fight Tank because he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, it's holding up their career. Now, what is Lamont Roach going to do? Never mind the fact that Tank had all that stuff going on outside the ring. But now Tank's going to have to wait. And then Shakur Stevenson, what does he do? Boxing is already reeling with all the stuff going on with TKO boxing and the UBOs being formed. It's already reeling. And now it kind of waters down and dumbs down the sport, makes it not authentic, especially for someone who always thought that the system was always rigged to begin with in boxing, because somehow, some way, the fights that they wanted were going to happen regardless because of the powers to be. Now, is Jake Paul running boxing? I don't know if he's running boxing. If you look at it, Canelo's really the only one who has the strong stance. Look what he did with Turki Al-Sheikh. You know what I mean? He wanted to fight, and that's what he wanted. And he played his hand and said, I'm going to fight who I want to fight when I want to fight it. But Jake Paul's different. I think he played his hand pretty good here. It really showed that he's a salesman. Jake Paul, if he wants to be a legitimate contender and a legitimate fighter, which I think he does deep down inside. I know people have trained with him. He's great work ethic. Great work ethic. He's not a bad fighter. He's not bad. Not top 20, but not a bad fighter. High level amateur. But getting better. It takes a step back. He takes a step back with this fight or exhibition. And that's the other thing. It's an exhibition. But it holds back all the other fighters that make their livelihood this way. So, yes, on one end, it's going to bring a lot of 300 million Netflix subscribers for free to look at that for free if they choose to. Good, bad for just boxing in general. Like, who really thinks that this is going to be a good fight? Whether Jake wins or Tank wins or whatever, like if Tank wins and knocks him out, that's stupid. If Jake wins, it's even worse. But it's an exhibition. They're going to wear bigger gloves. This is just not, I just don't feel that this is the right way for boxing to go. Why wouldn't Jake Paul fight someone like Andre Ward? Roy Jones? I think Roy Jones might get beat, to be quite honest with you. Andre Ward, I think, has the best shot. But then again, I thought Chavez had a shot, and Chavez looked terrible. I don't know. Maybe people are just hating on Jake Paul for this stuff. I just don't think, with all the stuff that Gervonta Davis is going through right now, I don't think this is a good fight for him. I don't know if he's going to train for it because he probably thinks he could take him out in one punch. Obviously not going to train for it as if he was fighting for a world title against Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson. It just puts everything back, leaves a sour taste in my mouth, and again, opens the door up for the UBOs, Turki Al Sheikh, TKO, to just step right through that door and really construct boxing in a way that they want to construct it. That's what I think. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm George Zapata. Thanks for watching.